Huh?
What real estate, what real estate business did you use?
What?
What real estate class did you use?
Minnesota Realty School.
What? What?
Minnesota Realty School.
You was in for about 2 weeks?
Huh?
It was about 2 weeks?
3.
That's for part-time or full-time?
It don't matter. You got to do 3 weeks of class.
What do noodles and women have in common? She asked her husband, what do noodles and women have in common?
What did it say?
He didn't know. She said they both wiggle when you eat.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 77 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Second and 10. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 34 yards there and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens is the linebackers dive into the line. If you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Can this defense hold on? Here we go. 4th and goal from the 2. They go with Jacobs, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead, and that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fielded at the 43. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jacobs. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. On 3rd down, it's Patterson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. These two teams all tied after one.
AJ?
So the ball down to 16 here for 1st and 10.
I'm playing the game right now, Papa.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up.
Who told you to come in?
Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense
Nobody told you to come back.
around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started.
Yeah.
Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Who told you to come in?
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
What you want to go outside and do?
They will run out the gun with Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do for the ball to even snap. Great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
AJ!
You probably got a shoe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
25 yards that time. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. The points result. We'll call this play significant.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
To me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. McDonald sets to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, McDonald. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. The final shot before break. McDonald. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. For their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll hit Jackson complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Prescott on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now this throw caught left side and inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Jacobs there to make the grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling
Oh,
away,
I thought I could see life, so I couldn't really. Is it with a Y? I thought so.
So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after
No,
the
I'm saying, is
touchdown, here's
it
Pinheiro
life
to kick it
with a
off.
Y or an I? Oh. And my eye's going bad.
And beyond the 20, but not by much.
I mean, that
In
is
fact,
a
just a
good
yard
message, though,
pass there to the 21.
To my defense.
Tired, huh?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for
Come on, that wasn't even catchable.
Right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's got a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy.
Because you're supposed to let it boil.
Double team, it's intercepted.
Hers did? Oh, because hers is smaller. Yeah.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's McCaffrey. Brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that is a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defensive nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here we go with McCaffrey. He'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand.
You sat in my camera.
And it's Jacobs to start the drive.
You'll see us in the circle, top right.
And they'll get him down
Right there, she can't see you. Or she can't see. She's not in there.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Now it's just me.
And family.
AJ made me get up. You didn't see him?
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time
He said,
has
Papa,
run out
get up.
on this 3rd quarter.
Come see right here.
We'll return with more
She really
after
moves
this.
it.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, you sit right in the camera.
Papa, you stay on the toys.
I'm not on your toys.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's feeling it. He can do that.
Situation when you're up in the 4th quarter, they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs.
Huh?
Third down here.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a carry for Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to the first down.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking to get another loss to begin this season. Things really... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes you just hold on to the football and take the hit.
He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing is McDonald. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating for the gun. McDonald. Roberts got it. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald.
No, Papa.
What?
Time.
Papa.
What? Sit right there.
This one will be returned
Okay.
to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
It's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
If you wash your colors, you know my black pants.
Still out there.
If you wash your colors, you know my new black pants.
Now Prescott on fourth down.
Yeah, I think they're watching out.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Did you find something
A
longer?
16-yard touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead.
They have
Talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, McDonald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Elsewhere, they're in the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants, they wind up winning that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Play action. It's McDonald. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.